Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. Honey, when I tell you that suspicions are rising, they are rising in this Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner versus RayJ. Let me explain, guys, because do you remember when we learned that Kim and Kris sued RayJ for defamation? And we were saying it seems as though the lawsuit was not real. It is something that Kim and Kris might have probably cooked up with RayJ to garner media attention, clout, and to stay relevant. What if that conspiracy of ours is true? What if it is true? Because what are the chances that the lawsuit that Kim and Kris filed against RayJ will go forward in May of 2028? What are the chances, right? Now, in case you have forgotten what the case is about, let me catch you up to speed about what is going on, okay? So, it was the era of Sean Diddy Combs' takedown, right? Sean Diddy Combs' mansions were raided. Sean Diddy Combs' kids were placed in handcuffs. The boys, we didn't learn about the girls being placed in handcuffs, but the boys were placed in handcuffs. The baby oils were seized, some wigs, some eels, a lot of tapes, flash drive, memory drive, were taken from Sean Diddy Combs' property. We learned that he was being investigated for sex trafficking, human trafficking, racketeering, and all of that. No, RayJ was asked about Diddy because everyone wanted to get a story from someone who had some kind of close connection or affiliation with Sean Diddy Combs. And RayJ, being the clown that he is, and no one knows how the clown car operates better than RayJ and Kim and Kris. So RayJ, knowing how the clown car operates, RayJ was like, he has to get in this clown car because this clown car is about to move and it's going to be good. So RayJ, being the comedian and person that loves clout, RayJ was going on and on and on about Sean Diddy Combs and the racketeering investigation. He was like, I'm working on a case with the feds against Kim and Kris. So the moment that he started talking about Kim and Kris did not do anything at first. So because they never did anything at first, I believe that RayJ believed that Kim and Kris were just going to allow him to have his way and he could just talk all manner or any manner of evil about them and they would have ignored it. But as time progressed, RayJ got stronger in his allegations against Kim and Kris. So much so that he was on a live video and he said that there's a serious case that is being brought up against Kim and Kris. He's part of the case. He's working with the feds to help them build this case against Kim and Kris. And it's for racketeering and other crimes. So he was on live and he said all of that. It was a few months after we then learned that Kim and Kris had filed a defamation lawsuit against RayJ. And Kim and Kris were like, they're not being investigated by the feds. There's no case against them by the feds. So RayJ is defaming their image, character, and reputation, right? And they move forward with a lawsuit. Now, RayJ countersued the mother-daughter duo, and he alleged breach of confidentiality. So, what RayJ said happened is that back in 2023, he signed a deal with the mother-daughter duo that no one will ever talk about the tape again, and no one would mention or take responsibility for who released it or who never released it. He said that the mother-daughter duo paid him $6 million for his silence. But irrespective of the fact that they all, agreed on that, he said they brought it up on their reality TV show, Hulu, right? And he's saying that Kim and Kris breached the agreement. So, he is basically countersuing for that. So the judge is like, okay, we understand and it's fair enough. So that case is ongoing. Remember that when RayJ's attorney reached out to Vivid Entertainment for the contract, Kim and Kris was telling the judge that they did not want the terms and conditions of the contract to be made public because it could ruin them. And the judge was like, there's absolutely nothing in this that could ruin you guys because what the hell? It's already in public domain, right? So Kim and Kris weren't successful in getting RayJ's countersue thrown out of court, and that is ongoing, right? Now, you know what is also ongoing? Kim and Kris' defamation case against RayJ for claiming that they are being investigated by the feds. RayJ asked the judge to throw out the defamation case because he said that what he said about Kim and Kris being investigated, they were exaggerated opinions that he made, and he thought that the live stream that he was on at the time had long ended and he was just there running off his mouth. He had no idea he was still on live and other people would be seeing and hearing him saying that. The judge was like, BS, what you're saying does not make any sense because you were looking in the camera. You could tell that the live was still on and your statements weren't exaggerated opinions. You gave them as fact. You gave them as fact-based. And as such, we are denying your request to toss the defamation case against you out. So the defamation lawsuit that was filed by Kim and Kris against RayJ, it will go forward in May of 2028, right? And also, RayJ's attorney is saying, since the judge is refusing to throw out the defamation case, they're gonna appeal the court's ruling. But because the case will proceed in 2028, the appeal will never happen because if the trial is gonna start in 2028, they're going to have to wait until the trial is over to do the appeal. And then by that time, it's going to literally make no sense. So both parties' case will move on and it's going to go on, right? But it's just that RayJ asking the judge to throw out the defamation portion, that request has been denied. But anywho, guys, let me know what's your take, and we are going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.